Okay. So today we will plan to install this application server, app server installation. So the first prerequisite is we need a server. The second prerequisite is we need a server software like a WebLogic WLS soft. Okay, so here I'm going to use 64-bit operating system. And to install this server, so we need a JDK. So this is the three parts we'll complete in today's session. Okay, so the very first thing is just go over here, use your putty. Okay, so use your putty. So then try to hint 121.com. This is one of a server he allocated to me. So he brought up the server. Now I'm logging with my username. And I'm logging with the password which he assigned to me. Okay, I'm able to log in. So post logged in, what I need to do? First, I need to check whether it is 64-bit operating system or not. Okay, so to check that whether it is 64-bit operating system or not, you have to use a command called uname-a. So now you can see it is a 64, 86 and 64. So which means it is purely 64-bit operating system and genuine Linux. Okay, so this is the first point where you need to understand, where you need to check it. So suppose that I'm planning to install app server. So this is a Linux server firstly. I'm planning to install WebLogic software. So post this server will become as an application server. So now, first of all, I need to identify that whether the softwares are there or not. So all the softwares are available under which location? You see, all required files or softwares are under U02 share location. So just copy this U02 share, CD, change directory. That's now do ls minus lrt. You can see you have all the softwares. I'm requesting you do not use rm minus rm in this location. If you delete, most of the files will be gone. So don't delete this rm minus rm into this particular cell. Okay, so this is the second one. So for this, what I need to do? So first of all, I need to go to the software. I need to go to the softwares. So CD. So which software first I need to install? I need to install JDK. So because all operating systems can understand only a binary language, whether it is Linux or Windows or anything else. So I am planning to installing Java J2EE application server. The reason where I need to install one adapter called JDK Java Development Kit. So first go to this CD Java, where you can see there is a number of JDKs are available. Now you can see 780, 351. Okay, so before that, I'm just going over here, Google Chrome, download JDK. I'm just doing this download JDK, google.com, download JDK. So where it is pop up this one, 1.8. So we were planning to install 1.8 JDKs, 1.8 JDKs. Now you can see JDK development kit 18.0.21. Yes. Okay, latest JDK download. Okay, Java download. So this is for WebLogic server. So 14.10. But
Hi, bro.
yes, please.
Downside, bro. JDK. Yeah, down. Windows.
No. This is for older JDK 18.1. So we were planning to install 8 users. That is different. Yeah. So now you see, this is development kit, Java development kit 361. We have 351, the last JDK which we've downloaded. Now the latest JDK is 361, which is available in the market. Now, when you are planning to, these things will be taken care by the architecture team. So you don't need to worry like which JDK I need to install, which type of WebLogic version I need to install, what is the subversion I need to install, and which is the operating system. This everything will be taken care by your architecture team. So who can help you? Okay, you go and use this version. That's it. You are not the one who is going to decide which JDK I need to install or not. So this is what will be taken care by the architecture team. So now what I'm just trying to do, I'll be copying this. I'll go to one notepad and latest JDK. So this is what where you can see the latest JDK. But anyway, I'll download it and then I'll push this code to the server. So here, which type of software you need to download? You see, product, file description, Linux ERM, Linux ERM 32, Linux 86 RPM, Linux 86 RPM, Linux 64-bit RPM package. Linux 64 RPM package and Linux 64 compressed RPM and Mac OS, Solaris 64, Windows 64. So now what I'm trying to do, I'm going to go with Linux 64 RPM package. RPM is a system package. This is a system package. However, we were using .exe files for Windows. The similar way we can go and use the RPM file for Linux. So now I'm planning to download this one. So the moment once I click, so then it is going to prompt me, enter username and password. So where I'm going to put my username and password, I'll just click on a sign in button. So which is going to downloading the file, which is going to downloading the file. It will take like maximum of 4 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm going to use one another tool called WinSCP. WinSCP. So this is the tool where it is going to help me push the files from your Windows machine to the Linux box and Linux box to the Windows machine. So vice versa, wherever you want, you can able. Which is assigned my server. I have a server called hint11121.com. Username is my username. Password is my password. Or else what I'll do, I'll try to push with this server. Okay, I'm just connecting to the 80 server. Guys, you no need to worry about all these servers. So I'm just trying to place the softwares over here. 02 share. Okay, WLS software, not WLS software. It is Java. I'll go inside this Java. So this once the file has been downloaded over here, then I'll push this software to the server location. But you don't need to worry to do this activity because you have already all the softwares which is available. So you don't need to worry to make the softwares into the server location. Okay, so now you can see this is the software where I'm just pushing this to the server location. Okay, now the file is being moved from my local system to the server, and let me go back to my PC. So which server I'm into? I'm into 121 server. So now do ls minus lrt. So you can see there's a 361 RPM file still not yet fully copied. So it is trying to copying the file. So it's around another like a couple of minutes. I can see the file actually. I can see the file. So now let's the file gets completed of this so that we can see this file. Now file has been successfully transferred to ls-lrt. Now you can see you have 361 RPM file. Okay. So what we were planning, we are planning to install WebLogic application software on this Linux server. But before installing this WebLogic software on this Linux server, first we need to install this JDK RPM file. Okay, so how can we need to install this RPM file? So all this documentation we have already given over here, docs.hyantech.com. docs.hyantech.com. So the moment once you click over here, okay, seems 1 second, I will give. Okay, so once I able to open this, so just click on this Oracle middleware. So where you can see the steps to resolve. So whichever any type of errors where you can see. So training prerequisites. So there's JDK installation. So here the JDK installation document, I have clearly mentioned it over here. So where you just do this. So Java development key is one of the 3 core technology packages used in Java programming language with the JVM, Java Virtual Machine, and the JRE, Java Runtime Environment. The JVM is the platform to component that executes the program. The JRE is the one disk part of Java that creates the JVM. Okay, basically the application, the software which we were planning to installing, that software is required this JDK. So JDK again divided into the 3 core components. That is, one is JRE, one is JVM. Okay, so JDK installation steps, you just see simple sudo space rpm space -ivh. Sudo is the command where you are taking the permissions from the super user, and rpm is the package installation, and space -ivh install verbose. So this is ivh space the software, space the software. So now I'm just copying the same up to here. I'm just copying the same up to here. Suppose this, which is the version 361 I'm planning to install. Earlier, the document when I was prepared, that time it was 271, the version was. Now it is 361. Now it is 361. Number of versions have been changed post that. So what I need to do, wherever which location you are, that's no need of worry. Which location I'm into my home location. Earlier I was into U02 share software's location. So now whichever the location you are, you just use this commands sudo space rpm -ivh up to U02 share So inside this Java location, so which is the latest version we just downloaded into the server location? That is 361. So where it is 361. So how come I got all the softwares which is located over here? The moment once you do the double tab, which is going to show you what are the files which is available on that particular location. Which location? This location. I am executing this. So I'm telling to this RPM, hey RPM, you go and validate into this location. One of the file is there. Which file? This is 361 RPM file. One of the location, this file is available. One of the location, this file is available. Don't execute it. Go and execute it. So the moment when you do this sudo, it is prompting, please provide the sudo password. Please provide whether you are the authenticated user or not. So I'm authenticated. So please provide your password, whether you are authorized to execute this command or not. I'm providing my password. So authentication have been success and authorization also success. So that only it is proceeding to the next. So that it is proceeding to the next. So you have executed a JDK. You should need to know like where it is installed. By default, all the RPM packages is related to Java or it is related to something else. It should be going to USR. It is going to the USR location. So all the RPM packages. So now which package you have installed? Java related. Go to Java. Now do ls-lrt. You see there is a 361 which is installed just now, June 12th, 11 AM. So it is just before. But before this, there was a 351 software was also there. There was a 351 software was also there. So now this is a fresh operating system as I told, right? So what I'm just trying to do, rm minus rf. First, I want to uninstall the old one. Okay, I want to uninstall the old one. So how can I able to uninstall the old one? So here I have mentioned this RPM space -. So to remove the RPM package, you can use this command. Okay, to remove the RPM package, just give me a second. Okay, so RPM-QA pipe grep JDK. So the moment once you do this command, so what it is going to do, it is showing you which are the RPM packages have been installed, especially to the JDK related. So what I'm trying to do, RPM-QA, if I give, which is showing all the packages, installed onto this machine. But I want the specific package. What package? I grep. I'm grepping to this package, JDK package, enter, which is showing only the JDK related packages over here. Got it? So I want to remove the old JDK which was installed someone else, the old student who was installed over here. So now I am trying to deleting with the help of this command rpm-qa. For installing which command I used? rpm space -ivh. All these commands have been mentioned over there. So now I got it. Okay, I got it. So these are the JDKs was there. 361 I just installed, but this is not installed by me. So now what I need to do? I have to remove this. So again, the same command, sudo rpm-e for edit, rpm-e. This is the package I want to remove. This is the package I want to remove. So now you just do this JDK. You can able to see only one, which is one which you installed, the latest one. You got it? So the same server was used by other members last time, though people have been installed the JDK, which was latest that time. Now, this time is the different JDK version, sub version have been available. So now what I'm trying to do, I'm planning to remove the JDK which was installed by them. So for that, I use this command. So I need to identify which are the JDKs, and I'm going to remove with the help of this rpm space -e. Okay, so this is the two commands where you need to identify, where you need to install. Got it? So now post this, what I need to do? Post this, what I need to do? ls-lrt. You can see earlier it was showing the two different JDKs, but now it is showing only one JDK, the one which you installed. Now you just check that Java space -version, which is the one which is showing here. It is showing the open JDK one. The one which we have installed is 361, but it is not showing that. So what you need to do? You have to execute a command. You have to execute a command. This is for installation. Now check the JDK version. Okay. So here the 6th point where I am going to put. Okay, if JDK is not if Java space -version command is not going to, is not showing exact version, please execute below, which can help you to get the exact version. Okay, so this I'm going to move to the up. Okay, so it should be show actually the correct JDK. If it is not showing the correct JDK, you have to execute a below command. What command I have to execute? altrnativs alternatives -config Java. Okay, when you execute this command, it is showing you list of JDKs installed onto this machine. You can say this is the open JDK. Open JDK by default, each and every machine which is available. You don't need to worry this. So the below one is the one which we installed. So now Where it is selected the first one. So now I want to choose the second, the option 2. Now enter. So permission denied, it is showing. We have to execute sudo with help of. Now click on to, now set. Now see Java space hyphen version, which is showing 361. Earlier it was showing different one. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll take the screenshot of this and then I can up to here. Up to here, correct? So I'll go to the documentation. So here I'll just take one. Here I'll take a okay, it's visible, right? So this is what you need to do. You got it. Now the JDK have been installed. Now you can check that Java space hyphen version. Java space hyphen version, which is showing you the correct field. That's perfect. Now what I need to do, I have to install the WebLogic application server, WebLogic software. So most of the softwares are available under U02 share location. You don't need to download any of the latest softwares. Go over here. Now inside it, WLS software. Okay, so here all the latest softwares are available. Either it is 14.100. I already shown you which is the WebLogic. WebLogic LATS latest version. You see it is 14.11 which is showing, but there might be much differences on 14.11 or 14.00. You see 14.110. So let me go over here, 14.1100. Yeah, so we have the exact version which is available. So, but when you are choosing this version, the 14.110 or whatever it is, you should have to download this. You see that generic installer, the first one. Generic installer for Oracle WebLogic Server and Oracle Coherence for IBM AIX and the Linux JDK level. So if you are using software operating system called AIX, so we have Linux operating system, we have AIX operating system, and we have Solaris, and we have something else. So now when you choose this AIX operating system, you go and use this generic install. Okay, you go and use this generic installer. So generic installer, this is Oracle Coherence and OCI, Oracle Cloud Integration. This is one more another operating system. When you use that, this is the perfect software where you are looking. So when you use the, apart from Linux, Mac OS and all, so then you can use. So first one is generic for all 64-bit operating system. So now what I need to do, I have to install that. I have to download this, but I already have the same software which is available over here in 1100. So that's a zip file which is downloaded. The moment once you click it, this is a zip will get downloaded. Now what I did was, so the zip I have extracted it. The zip I have extracted it. This 14.100 I have extracted like this. So this is a light generic. So don't go with the light generic. Go with 14.100 WLS. Okay, got it? So this is how you need to choose your software. So now what I need to do, I have to proceed the installation of this. So basically WebLogic application server, you can proceed it in two different scenarios. WebLogic server, you can proceed with two different scenarios. The first will be GUI mode of installation. And the second one will be silent mode of installation. Okay. First will be GUI mode, second one will be silent mode. So GUI is completely graphically user interface. Silent mode is command mode. Okay. So I will show you on both the scenarios how we can able to proceed. I will show you on both scenarios how to proceed. So first we'll go with the GUI mode of installation. The moment whenever you are planning to go with GUI mode of installation, you have to do some configurations on your PC. So the first configuration part is install X11. Install X11. So go here, Xming, Xming. So this is the software. You have to install it on your PC. So for this, the documentation I have already mentioned it over here. You just go back this and GUI mode of installation. So here we have mentioned GUI mode installation, enable X11 into the putty. So how to proceed this GUI mode of installation? I have already given the document. You don't need to worry about, okay, so noting down and down. So first you need to execute Xming. So this is one of the software. So once you executed, once that Xming is running, you can see there is a X symbol, Xming server 0.0. Suppose that what you need to do, open your putty. Open your putty. This is what my putty. And you just scroll it down. There is a SSH one more. Just click on this SSH, expand that. You can see there is a X11. So here X11 should be enabled. So here enable X11. So now post that. Which server you are planning to install? int121.com. Okay, what is your username? My username and my password. Okay, I have installed some, I've logged in something. So now here you need to validate whether GUI screens can be enabled or not. So now what I'm just trying to do, Xeyes. The moment once I've executed this command, I got this eyes. This is GUI, right? I can see with my eyes. So this is called GUI. So now I have the another server here. So on this particular server, so for example, I'll open the new session, int121.com, and go over here, X11 disabled. Okay. So now what I just did, SURLA, my password, was logged into the machine. I've executed the same command, Xeyes. Can't open display because you have not enabled the X11 to this particular session. So now here I'm able to enable, or else XCLOCK, X clock. One more, another, you can see somewhere it get open. Yeah, you can see clock is open. So 11:17. Okay, this is how it will get open. So now what I'm trying to do, I am planning to install WebLogic applications or WebLogic software on my Linux server. So now where you have the softwares, I have softwares in my U02 share location. So now what I need to do, I have to install the software. So how can you able to install? I'm going to choose the GUI mode of installation. So how you can able to proceed? So if you don't know, you just go and check this document. Go to the below location and run this. So for RPM packages, we've executed a command called RPM space -IVH. But for WebLogic's .jar extensions, .rpm extension, you used RPM space -IVH. .jar extensions, you need to use RPM .jar extensions, you need to use Java space -jar. So now Java space -jar. Where is your software are located? Which is U02 share. Inside that WLS software. Inside it, which one I'm planning to go with this. Now enter. The moment once you enter, it is extracting the jar file, the jar which you are trying to extract. So Java-jar is going to helping you to extract the jar file actually. Okay. So system prerequisites failed. So what it is saying that check monitor must be configured display at least 256 colors. Why it is getting failed? X11 is enabled. Let's see. But we have already enabled X11 sometime. Yeah, I can see. You just proceeded with. You just click on S the moment once you can see. But X clock should get open. If X clock also facing issue, you are not properly set it. But when you are executing this command, if you are getting this error, you just try to do the S button. You just enter the S command, then you can see whether you can able to get this screen on. Now this is what the screen where you can see. This is the very first screen of the installation. So this screen is going to tells you inventory location. For all Oracle products, there is an inventory. Inventory means one of a location which is going to take care of all Oracle products. So now the inventory location by default it will go to the home, my username and Aura inventory. So now instead of home, you just need to change this U01. We have already mentioned it. I mean, the science technologies people have been mentioned. All your installations and domain should be under U01. That is the reason I just changed this to U01. Because other folders, they have not created the space actually. So that is the reason I'm going to use the U01. U01, then username, then Aura inventory. Then the operating system group is by default all hand technologies operating systems groups under the int location, int group. Okay, so you belongs to int group, I belongs to int group, everyone belongs to int group. So there is only one group we have. We don't have another groups actually. So if we have an for database users, if we are database trainings also, then there will be a data DB trainings we can able to choose. We can create a DB group, but we are giving only one trainings over here. That is middleware, so that we can use only one group. That's called int group. Okay. So now click on OK. So it should be changed to U01. Make sure. If you have not changed, obviously it won't affect. Okay. So now U01 hashcode Aura inventory. So now earlier it was home location. I've changed to U01. So now click on OK button. Once you clicked on OK button, what is happening? The Aura inventory, invalid inventory location, enter a valid path inventory location and verify the path having the proper permissions. So now what I'm just trying to do, I'm just copying this. I'll be going to this 121. Okay, I have another putty also, right? I'm going to this 121 cd / U01 and okay, so here we don't have any folders. Now what I'm just trying to do, the folder which was trying to create, this folder I'm just copying and then I'll go over here and mkdir -R /U01 /HGORLA/ what is that? The another one, Aura inventory, right? ORA is the small. ORA is the small. And INVENTORY inventory is the I capital N. No, I is also small. No, I is capital. Okay, correct? Ura inventory. So this is the folder I just. So it should be not R, it should be P. P is folder and subfolders at the time it can be created. Permission is disabled because I don't have the permission of this. So let me just 1 second, guys. U01, U01, U01. Okay. So CH will change from a tip. So change chip. So who is the user? H. Change from a chip. HGORLA colon giant T. Okay. Now you see that U01 permissions have been changed. Now what I'm just trying to do, I'm just going to create this. Okay, so go inside this U01. It should be created H1 folder. It should be created inside it. It should be created inside it or inventory. Now let's go back here and then click on OK button. But this time it is proceeding because the folder was not exist last time and I have created it this time. So the one which we are doing, it is in a unique steps, guys. So please put somehow the concentration on the screen and then follow the steps. Okay. Now this is the welcome screen. So it is clearly showing you welcome to the Oracle Fusion middleware 14.1.1 WebLogic server and coherence installer. Use this installer to create a new Oracle home that contains the Oracle WebLogic server and Oracle coherence software. You can use this software to configure WebLogic server domain for the deployment of Java applications. For more information and context sensitive online help. So this is. So do you want to proceed? This is the version where you are planning to install? Yes, I'm proceeding this. So click on next. Just click on next button. So the moment once you click on the next button, it is going to show you a screen called auto updates. So even I'm using Android mobile. So every quarter, like every 3 months or 2 months or 4 months or 5 months, I can see a update available. Do you want to proceed? I just clicked on a proceed. And before proceeding it, I'm not sure whether you do this activity or not. But when I can see there is a software update, I can just see that what all are going to update it, because I'm an administrator. I'm an admin guy. I should need to know what changes have been updated on my phone the moment once I click on a software update. So I can able to see, okay, GUI performance is getting increased and so getting increased, and UI is also getting slightly changed. All this and all I can see, okay, I want to proceed. So once I proceeded, the new software, the updated software installed on my PC, that is going to use from today onwards. The same here. Oracle people. So the product is from Oracle. This Oracle people, every quarter, they used to do update the changes. They used to do the version changes. It's not version actually. People call it as patches. Okay, for example, I'm facing some issue onto this 14.0.0 version. So now I connected to the Oracle with the help of Oracle SR. So now though people have been take my Oracle SR and then they do somehow the changes on it and they release the patch. So I need to install, I need to update the patch. So do you want to proceed auto patches installed on your PC, or else you want to do it manually? Never ever choose the auto updates any type of systems, because that auto updates might get affected or defected. It might useful to your PC or it might not useful to your PC. That you have to make sure in your mind. That you have to make sure in your mind, because sometimes that auto updates may help your PC, may help your app server. Sometimes it might not. So that is the reason you have to choose first. So now what I'm going to do, I'm not going to proceed the auto updates. So skip auto updates. So now click on next button. So if you want to auto updates, so then you can provide your username, password, everything, or else don't do that. Never, we will never do any auto updates to any of this servers. So now instead of home button, what I said, use U01. U01 inside that HCorla, inside that Oracle middleware, these many folders installing. Instead of these many folders, I am going to reduce some folders. So anyway, I am installing Oracle product, I know that. Anyway, I am installing middleware product, I know that. Okay, so now what I mentioned, Oracle home. U01, my HCorla is the folder, inside it Oracle home. So just click on next button. So you are planning to installing WebLogic server. Is it fine? Yes, I'm fine. So you want to go with Coherence. Coherence is one more another additional software. So do you want to proceed that? No, I don't want. And complete with examples. Do you want to proceed the examples for your training or for your this purpose, learning purpose? No, I don't want any this and this. Okay. So go with this WebLogic server. So now click on next button. So first it is checking the operating system, whether it is 64-bit operating system or 32-bit. And the second one, which is showing that whether Java is installed and the Java version is compatibility to install this version or not. So now I'll show you that. Expand this and expand this. Okay, expected result, one of Oracle 6, Oracle 7, Red Hat 7, Red Hat 6, SUSC 11, SUSC, all this. Actual result is Red Hat null. So this is a 64-bit operating system, server certificates. So now the second one, check the Java version used to launch the installer. Expected result is at least a minimum of 1.8.0.191, but actually is 361, the latest JDK we have installed. We no need of any worry. But for installing WebLogic 14C, minimum of JDK is 191. If you have 190 or if you have older than 191, then it is not going to proceed. Guys, please understand. So minimum is 191. So make sure we have installed latest, so we don't need to worry about all this. So now click on next. Now you can see install Oracle Fusion middleware 14.1.1 WebLogic server and Coherence installation location. So this is where the location is going to choose you, and this is what the log. I want you tell one another important thing is, as we are becoming as a middleware administrators, or we are becoming as a system admins, we are becoming as a DevOps admin, we are becoming as a application server admins. We should need to know one thing called log, L-O-G, log. So this is very important course. So the moment when you go to the hospital and you have some pain of your heart, you tell to your doctor, hey doctor, I'm getting some pain on my heart every like a couple of days or 3 days or 4 days. So what doctor is going to recommend? Doctor is not going to open your heart, right? What is going to recommend to you? Okay, go with MRI scan. Go with some other scan where the report comes. The report is called log. That report can tell us that what is the function of your heart from past 10 days, past 15 days. That information the doctor is required. Even we people also becoming as a doctors, but not that doctor, but we are becoming as a middleware doctors. We are becoming as a DevOps doctor. We are becoming as a WebLogic doctors. So what we need to know, we need to understand about the logging concept. Logging is very, very, very important to the administrators. However, the MRI scans, the other scans are important to the doctors, to their patients. The similar way, here also we need a logs. We need a logs to identifying the error or to identifying where it got stuck. Everything can captured by the log. Whichever it is not showing in the GUI can help, the log can help to identifying that. Okay, that's what actually we have. To installing this particular product required 976 of MB, but available is 21459 MB is onto that particular location. So U01H Gola having 21459 MB space is available, but I'm going to use only 956 MB in it. That's fine. That is the reason I'm telling to you people, don't use home button. Home button don't have this much of space. Here by default it will come to the home, right? I've removed that home and then I put the U0. So make sure that. So now click on install button. The moment once you click on install button, so what it is going to, it is going to helping you to extracting the software into this location. So extracting the software into this location. So now you see that Aura inventory there. Now Oracle Home also created. It is just created. 1134. It just created. So now click on next button. And so these all the products have been installed, and then click on finish button. So what we just did it, we have installed WebLogic software. So now it will open another GUI. So don't continue that, you just close that. So actually the check mark have been there. So we don't want to discuss this. This is a new topic actually. So just cancel this. So now Oracle Home just created. Go inside this Oracle. So this is the folder structure for your WebLogic. So there is a coherence folder. We are not going to use the coherence. The one is in a WL server. The one is an Oracle Common, OPatch, OUI, Aura inventory. So this inventory for this WebLogic side. So now domain registry.xml, Aura nst.ls. So now what you just need to, so let's go to this WL server. WL server folder does contains the plugins, some of the module files, some of the server related concepts. So now when we were going to the next sessions, so we can see that what exactly the information does it contain. Some earlier this Oracle WL server was the only folder was there up to 11G. So 11G gone, 12C gone, and now the 14C is the latest. So now the 11G we have only WL server. But from 12C onwards, they differentiated two things because they've added additional concepts. That is the reason they've differentiated two things. Oracle Common folder. So Oracle Common folder is having all the required files to configure the domains and all. Sir, I have not understand. You said some new word called domains. As of now, what we did, the jar file was there, right? WebLogic 14.1.0.0. jar file. That particular jar file we have extracted. That's it. We didn't do anything. I have 2 cents of empty land in my native where I am planning to construct a house. As of now, what I did, I have a empty land. I have an empty space on 121 server. So on this particular 121 server,
I am planning to, I'm becoming this 121 server as an application server. For that, what I have connected to the Oracle. Oracle gave me a software called WebLogic. That software, I have extracted it. That's it. I didn't do any install as I just extracted it. So for the extraction part, what I can say for your understandable, I have an empty land of 2 cents. On that particular 2 cents, I'm planning to construct a house. To construct a house, I required sand, I required iron, I required wood, I required cement, I required iron, I required bricks, I required some other things. So now whatever I just extracted it, right? So you just consider all this: sand, bricks, iron, wood, concrete, and cement, and some other things. So now here are all this. With the help of that only I can construct, I can do the construction, right? Now this also the same. Oracle Common is the folder where you can see all the files of configuration, your domain, and setting up the environment. Other files are presented over this location. OPatch is one more another folder where if you want to update or if you want to patch the environment. So we skip the auto updates, right? But there is an Oracle every quarter, Oracle gets released the patches. We want to apply that patch. So how we need to just go over here, this OPatch, and then you need to apply the patches. Okay. So Oracle is going to release the patches for every quarter that starts from January, April, July, and October. This is the 4 quarters Oracle gets released the patches. Now it is June. So next month again one more patch gets released. This is the June. Last April one more patch was released. Okay. So this is how the Oracle gets released the patches. Before April, January, April, July, and October. So this is the 4 quarters Oracle gets released the patches. So keep it in mind. Then OUI, whatever the WebLogic software you just extracted it. If you want to remove that, just go OUI. Inside that there is an uninstall folder and go that uninstallation /uninstall. So then WL server is the folder for somehow the node manager concepts. The older node manager concepts were presented over there. Okay, that's what's about the WL server folder. So this is the concept for the GUI mode of installation. The complete installation screens, I've mentioned it over here. Okay, so automatically launch the configuration wizard. You just uncheck this. Uncheck the automatic launch. Okay, that is just need to do. So this is what about the GUI mode of installation. So now what I'm just trying to do, I'll be going one step back. And we have silent mode of installation, silent mode of extraction. So this is what you need to use this document. Okay, so for the silent mode of installation, what you just need to do, you have to create 2 files. You have to create 2 files. First of all, let me uninstall this cd/OUI. Inside it, you have bin location ls-lrt, then Okay, so first I am uninstalling this, then only we can proceed the location silent mode of installation. Okay, you can see there is a deinstall.sh. Let's do this. Whatever you just did it, right? It can be removed everything. Okay, whatever you just did, it can be deinstalling it everything. That's what we were doing. So then we can proceed the silent mode of installation. So now, so today we've completed the both of this too. Deinstall.sh, and this is what about it is going to deinstalling. Deinstall.sh. Sorry, deinstall. So now click on next. Then finish. So now the deinstall have been successfully completed. Now you can see the folder. Earlier these many files were there. Now there is no files. Just go one step back. Nothing. cd/u01 inside that sgorla. Only Oracle home folder it is there. It does not contain any data. Okay. Now to minus rm. I'll come back one step. So here I'll do rm minus rf Oracle. This is what the procedure of how to uninstall the WebLogic server. Okay. I just uninstalled successfully. Deinstall.sh, post that only the folder name has been created. That folder also I've removed it. But make sure that while removing it, you should be very careful, or else it might impact. Okay. So what I'm planning to do, I'll proceed this silent mode of installation. Okay. For the silent mode of installation, what you just need to do is, so first you need to create a repository. First, you need to create a repository, Oracle WebLogic with coherence, Oracle Fusion middleware install. So now in our case, it is Oracle Fusion middleware install. So what this said that for a Fusion middleware installer, you need to response file like a following saved as u01 hgorla fmw intro.rsp. So now I'm just doing this vi.infra.rsp. Response file, RSP is response file. Now enter I for insert and paste it. Now you see that what you just need to do the slightly changes over. Earlier it was they used the Oracle 60 home. Now what I'm just trying to do, I'll just change this ORACLE Oracle underscore HOME home. Okay, done. So installer type is Fusion middleware installer. My Oracle support username I put a blank, password I put a blank. Denied security updates, yes, because if it is a security updates, it might impact that. Then proxy empty, all this empty. So then click on save button. Okay, I created the response file. So post that, what you need to do, you have to create the location file as well. Okay. inst.loc. Now inst.loc, I for insert. Yes. So Oracle inventory home location is already presented into this location, right? Just copy this. You have another cookie, right? ls minus lat space this. Okay, it is already there. Or else it can able to recreate this. So the moment when you execute Java space -jar space u02 share and then the .jar file, the very first screen that location, inventory location created, right? That is what it is asking. So, but I've already, my inventory already there, or else what I'll do, I'll remove this inventory as well. rm minus rf. That I'm just going to do. Okay. Now cd/u01/hgorla. You don't have any inventory location. Okay, you have only RSP file. So now inventory also the location file you have created. So as per this document, both files we have created. So now I am planning to execute of this. Okay, so I'm planning Java space -jar
then post this, that particular software, U02 share. Inside share, we have WLS software. Inside software, this is what the file. Suppose this hyphen silent, you have to mention it hyphen silent. So hyphen silent. You have two files you created, right? One is RSP, where the RSP file is there /01 HGORLA, then this RSP. Then you have the location file as well, right? So hyphen silent RSP response file. Then post this, post the response file, location file. In the location, you have to mention the same /U01 HGORLA inst.loc. So this is what the actual command. Okay. The first is extracting the java-jar. This is what the software, and I want to proceed the silent mode of installation. If you have not mentioned this, it will be going to the GUI mode. Okay, silent response file is located here. Location file is also located here. Response file, does it contain where they to install? Location file contains what is the group and what is the inventory location. That's what. Okay, now it is extracting the installer, checking the CPU space, checking this all this starting, and it got okay, that's not installed. It is not, it is saying that unable to find the install type of Fusion middleware installer. Okay, so might be this is the cause. Okay, I'll change this to Fusion middleware installer to this. Okay, so here I just changed to Fusion middleware to WebLogic server. Okay, then save, arrow, then try. Okay, so there is somehow the space, actual space is 242 and then required is 903. So temp space is empty. So what I'm just trying to do, go to /tmp location, ls minus lrt. So here, these are the temp files. Temp files you can delete at any time. You don't need to worry. rm minus rf temp. Okay, I've deleted most of the temp. So you should be go inside the temp and then you can do this. If you do out of this rm minus rf star, all files will get deleted. Don't do that. Okay, now up arrow, and this command. Okay. So whatever we seen the screens in the GUI, but now the screens are not visible. The same type of screens can be written as a name like this. You see that? Skipping software updates, checking the certificates, exacted version, Red Hat 11, all this, Red Hat null, this we have already seen. Check that overall checking is success. So starting the JDK version, JDK 191 is required, but actually it's 361. And this is the validation. Now, this is has been created. Now do ls minus lrt. Inventory created just now 1153. Oracle home created just now 1153. Go inside Oracle home. You can have the same OUI WL server, Oracle common, OPatch, inventory, coherence. The same paths are available. Which means, however, we were proceeding with the GUI mode of installation and silent mode of installation. But when to choose the silent? Silent is the best way to proceed the installation because GUI need to take a lot of memory to open the screens, everything. Whereas silent mode cannot take that much of memory. Silent mode will be silently executing from the back end. So it won't take much time to complete the installation. The same installation took more than 10 minutes of time in GUI, but here it is not even 10 seconds. Okay, might be 10 to 15 seconds we've completed the installation. Got it? This is how we need to proceed the silent mode of installation. Okay, so what I'll do, okay, for 12C, you can use the same for 14C. So here I'll mention that which all are the jar files it can be support. So when you plan to use this, go the below. Okay, so for this it is. And install location is this. Okay, so this is this is unique for all. Below LOC file is UNI unique for all installations. Right? Okay, so this is how you need to proceed. The same, apart from that, everything is same. Okay, so this is how we need to install. So to validate whether which type of WebLogic version I have installed, so just go over here inside this WL server, then server in location. First, you need to set up the environment dot space dot slash set WLS. Okay, then execute Java space WebLogic dot version. Which version we have installed? 14.1.1.0.0 is the version we have installed. If anyone asks you which WebLogic version you, I just want to know what is the WebLogic version. So what you need to do, you just go to this location and then you need to install. Okay. That's it, guys, for today's session. So we proceeded how to install JDK, how to remove the old JDK, how to install WebLogic server and GUI, how to remove the WebLogic software, and how to install the silent mode of installation. So if you completed all these 3 or 4 topics today itself, so it is very much easy. You can able to remember it number of years also. If you not, obviously you may face number of questions when you revise this topic. So that's what today's session. So we'll meet in tomorrow's session for further topic. But for now, the time is for questions. So if you have any questions, please